What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we're still waiting for that new PvP update to drop for my account. I haven't played a single battle on the new system. I really want to play it, but I guess it's a pretty slow rollout, so I guess we'll see how long it's going to take to get. But, that's fine. Instead of doing all of that, we can play some Open Great League instead and see what Guzzlord can do right now in the meta. It's a really good core breaker. It's a dragon type, which is good against a lot of the most common types in the game, but it's also a dark type, which is really good against the ghosts and psychics, which are also pretty common here in the Go Battle League. I'm going to pair it up with Corviknight as well as Florges, so let's see what this team can do. We'll see Guzzlord as our lead into a Licky Licky. Pretty neutral lead matchup here. Actually, I like being the Guzzlord here just because I am able to win CMP against them, and I have a lot of stab damage, whereas they're doing rollout as their fast move. Body Slam as well is likely what we just saw them throw there, because I think that was a CMP, right? Most of the time in Open Great League, we see Shadow Ball as a secondary move. Oh my goodness, on the Licky Licky. I guess they didn't CMP. Maybe they just, got a sneak I didn't see on that Licky Licky, so they're probably at 4 there. But they just swapped in the Wigglytuff. They got me good. They got, a full charm of my HP gone. That's like a body slam of damage they were able to land against us there. But luckily, my Corviknight, while it's not the most consistent answer to Wigglytuff in the game, it's still a good way to slow it down. And we should be able to get to a couple more of these air cutters here. No boost on the first air cutter, though, is going to make it so it's a little bit harder for me to knock them out. But we'll go here for this next air cutter and see what's going to happen. We're going to go again for the no shield, makes sense. No boost once again, because who needs a boost? Not me, I guess. I don't know if I can get to a fourth air cutter here before I get charmed down after their next icy wind, but I guess switch advantage might not be the most important thing, because Wigglytuff is generally one of the hardest answers in the game to a Guzzlord, right? So once this Wigglytuff is out of the way, I'm hoping that Guzzlord's going to be a little bit safer no matter what. Okay, actually might just barely be able to survive and get this move off. That's kind of cool. But I'm, double debuffed. My damage is going to do nothing. Plus, I'm also, 1 HP here. Whoa, they shield that? Huh, okay. Well, either there's a second fairy in the back, or, I don't even know. That is an insane shield, in my opinion. Okay. They're at 5, right? I don't know what I want to do. I think I'm going to shield this just because I know I can debuff them. Oh, it's Shadow Ball. Good shield. So they're at 5, 1, 2 right now, or maybe 3, depending on, if they got that sneak earlier. That's the classic Go Battle League Schrodinger's rollout. Did they get it or not? Whoa, they shield the Chilling Water. Okay. I'm so confused right now. I don't really want to shield this yet, I'll be honest. It's probably a Shadow Ball, though, for sure. But, I can Trailblaze now, and I can, if I need to, I can shield and farm down, but I don't know if I want to do that. Man, is there a second fairy in the back? That's the big question, though. Oh, there actually is. It's the Azumarill, which is, I guess for all intents and purposes, a much easier fairy type for Guzzlord to deal with than most fairies, but still. Oh, wow, that's, I guess after a single boost, that's basically just double Trailblaze range. This is over. Who's running double fairy? Why? That's crazy. Don't try this at home, kids. Don't use double fairy. I'm using 1 fairy. That's acceptable. But 2 might be a little bit overkill here. And it appears our opponent might not be too happy right now with us. Trailblaze, that just knocks out. Let's go. Any second now. They are not too happy with us. Dude, this game. Okay, please. There we go. There we go. They really made that one take a while, but we'll take it. Alright, next battle, we'll see a Guzzlord into Bastiodon. Not my favorite lead matchup, I'll be honest. But I can bring in my Florges here. And while it is a fairy type into a steel, it's actually a lot more playable than it would be normally, just because I have Chilling Water. A lot of interesting Pokemon so far in the Open Great League. Maybe I should have stayed in the Love Cup, because, sure, there's a lot of Shadow Caesar there, but a lot less Wiggly Basties. Okay, we see a Corsola come in, which is fine, I guess. I'll go for the Chilling Water. Big surprise, right? But this game's gonna get interesting. I don't know what's gonna be in the back here, because, Corsola Basties, that's a pretty generic core. Ooh, they let us get this second Chilling Water off before they get a move against us. That's interesting. But, the thing is, Guzzlord's not really the best answer to Bastion in the game, right? It's actually not an answer at all, which is why it's going to be a little bit of an awkward game here. But what I think I can do is probably just let my Floor just go at this point. They'll get a lot of energy here, actually. Maybe 3 full Astonishes, yeah. But now I should be able to go for a full farm down with my Guzzlord against a -2 Corsola. And hopefully I can use that energy later on this game against that Basti if I need to. And we'll see. Likely a Power Gem coming through, yep. Yeah, okay. Well, I was gonna, like, say, maybe I need to shield one of those, but that is a very sad amount of damage. Yeah, we'll just go for the full farm down here. I don't think I'm going to throw energy into the Basti just yet. I think I'm going to bank the energy. Or maybe I should see what comes in. Just in case there's like a fairy type that comes in, I might just want a Sludge Bomb, honestly. Let's see what happens. They're thinking, and I don't like that. Imagine if there's a fairy type that comes in, they peekaboo and catch on the Basti. They are thinking. Okay. Ooh, okay, that's not bad. There actually, wait, there actually was a fairy type. Okay, interesting. This is going to be a very unique game, because at this point there is energy on that Basti, but if I get a boost early, I'd be so happy. No boost just yet, obviously. They're at 6 here. Do I double shield my Corviknight? I shield at least once in case they have Hydro Pump. Where are my boosts? Oh my goodness. They're at 7, so that could be a Hydro Pump. Shield this up, and we'll see what's going to happen here. It's likely an Ice Beam being thrown, though. Yeah. $11. Okay. This game's gonna be so weird, as I said. I really wish that, I don't know, I just really wish here that I got a boost. That's 12. That could be another Hydro Pump. I'm gonna shield this just to make sure. It is an Ice Beam, so maybe they swap here. No, they don't. And now I'm at back-to-back moves. They do have an Ice Beam ready to go now on the Azumarill, but that's not going to knock us out just yet, so I'd be surprised if they invest a shield here. No, they don't. Okay. This game's going to get so weird. I have so much energy on my Guzzlord, but I just don't have the damage into this Basti, I don't think. They shield that. I probably should have gone for a bait there, I guess. Yeah, I think I lose. I needed a boost on my Corviknight. I needed a boost at some point here, and I just straight up did not get one. I might get to 4 Brutal Swings, and that's like maybe somehow enough. But I'm not gonna hold my breath here. Oh man, I don't even know. Because also, every time I throw a move, they get a full sneak, a full smackdown, right? And there's a chance they can just straight up get to another Stone Edge here. And man, yeah, even if I land another move, the odds of that knocking out, I think they survive that from there. Which is why Basti is so dumb. This game took like 20 years out of my life, and I still lost it despite like almost coming back. Yeah, there's the timer. Oh, that is such a depressing game. I love the Go Battle League. Alright, next opponent. We'll see. Hopefully no more Basti Wigglytuff teams. We've seen some diabolical stuff so far today. And I guess that's not either one of those, but it's another, like, bulky monster here, so we'll see what we can do. I have a lot of pacing, but I don't have a lot of efficient damage against them. Just a lot of cheap attacks that I can throw into this stupid bunny. And we'll see how they play this out. They're at 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 right now. I don't know what I want to do here, because Diggersby is actually pretty good in this matchup, just because they can two-shot me, and they can outpace me. Well, not outpace necessarily, but they get to the second Scorching Sands before I get a third Brutal Swing off, which is not ideal. But if I get Diggersby out of the way, or like chip down quite a bit, it's also going to help out. I guess I could have thrown my Brutal Swing a second ago, but I kind of figured, what if I just like shield and overfarm, then go for a Brutal Swing and have some energy for the backline. But yeah, once this is out of the way, I'm hoping my Corviknight's going to be in a better spot. Luckily, no debuff there comes through against our Guzzlord. That could have been kind of bad, because then I bet this definitely wouldn't have knocked out. And honestly, I think they do survive just barely now anyway. Yeah, but maybe one more Dragon Tail? Yeah, okay. What comes in here? Whoa. Not exactly the Pokemon I was expecting to see, I'll be honest. I guess it's a good thing I'm seeing it here, though. Wow, they are so weak to fighting-type damage so far. But, yeah, that's, a crazy Pokemon. Ferrothorn. Well, it's 88 to fighting, kind of 88 to Talonflame, too. So is there, like, a... I don't even know what could be in the back. An Azu? Luckily, we got a CMP there, it looks like. So we take away a solid 60% of their HP just off our Guzzlord here. Power Whip. No undercharge, so we do get the knockout. If it was like an Azu, they probably would have brought that in there, right? Okay, Jellicent in the back. I guess I'll go for a Trailblaze. Is this a bad play? Maybe I should go for a bait. But I mean, I might as well guarantee the damage, because this isn't one-shot, right? There's a good chance they let it go anyway. But by letting that go, is that not just going to open me up to shield this? Go for a Chilling Water now after the fact anyway? Okay, well, I guess they can Surf us, but that doesn't really matter. Oh, okay. I guess it technically matters if they decide to, for some reason, go for a second Surf. But, I mean, I think they should have tried to go for a Shadow Ball anyway. Because, yeah, Surf does quite a bit less damage there. We'll go for the Chilling Water now. Either get a shield or put them into farm down range. And maybe they switch into their Ferrothorn? Yeah, big shield. Nice stuff from them. Alright. So at this point, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. Thunder is going to be thrown here against us, which is going to hurt quite a bit. But because they have no fast move pressure against us, and Thunder is not a quick pacing move, I should be able to overfarm a lot of energy here. And hopefully, Air Cutter farm down, and then start spamming out more Air Cutters into the other guy, the Jellicent. Nice. I was a little bit worried there that they could just barely get to a move. Luckily, they were probably just one more bullet seed away from that Thunder. And now we have a lot of energy here against the Jellicent. Air Cutters should be able to get a shield, or, I mean, if they don't, then I just Air Cutter again, I guess. I could also just farm down. But Air Cutter spam looks like it's going to be the way. Air Cutter number 2 gets a shield. Air Cutter number 3. There's my boost. Why am I getting boosts at, like, the worst? Well, I guess that's my first boost of the day. My Corviknight does not like getting boosts at actual useful times yet. But there we go. Okay. Bit of an interesting team, I guess. I mean, Jellicent makes sense with what we saw, but the rest of their team's just kind of crazy, honestly. Alright, next battle. It's going to be Guzzlord into Malamar. Okay. Now, I don't hate this matchup here for Guzzlord, but I don't necessarily love it either, just because Malamar is well known for having superpower. And that was like a 10 Psywave instant throw. Not even 11. They could have optimized a little bit better there. Oh my goodness. Well, that's good. I guess we no-shielded that. That's kind of crazy. But I mean, now at this point, might as well shield. I could have thrown energy earlier, but it's a non-shadow Malamar. I think they survived 2 Brutal Swings from this range, and they superpower there. Okay, nice. They're probably, like, thinking they're so smart that they just caught a Brutal Swing here. But I saw the Azu come in, and if I'm being honest, I think Sludge Bomb from my Guzzlord is going to do a lot more damage than most things I can throw into this game. And I can just build up a lot of energy once again here. Because, I mean, at this point, well, first of all, Florges is really good into Malamar as well. But second of all, that energy in the backline on my Guzzlord surely is going to be kind of annoying for them. Could be a Hydro Pump, but likely just Ice Beams being thrown. And after that Sludge Bomb, they should be in range where 2 Air Cutters will be enough to knock out. We'll go for the first one here. Fish for a boost, which, I mean, we've tried to get those today. It's been a little bit dry on those. Air Cutter, not quite enough to 2-shot, especially not without a boost. Alright, we'll go for the payback here. Nice play by them, honestly, to dance around a little bit this game. But we'll go for the payback, just guarantee a shield or a knockout. We actually get a shield there, that's interesting. If I can swap into my Florges, that would be so huge. Okay, this is actually looking so great for us right now. Because not only can we farm this all the way down, we resist all of the energy they just banked up. Foul Play comes through. It doesn't do that much damage. And, I mean, they have some energy still left over on their Azumarill, right? Have to keep that in mind. Honestly, they might get to another Foul Play here. Is it ever worth just, like, knocking this out? I think it might be. I'd rather not take a Foul Play if I could help it. The third one would basically knock us out at this point, because, I mean, Florges, while it does resist the energy. Foul Play is not a bad move. And Florges is not the bulkiest Pokemon in the game. So we'll just knock out the Malamar. Trailblaze to ramp up. And if they come back in Azu here, which it looks like they do opt to do, then they have to go for a Charge Attack to knock us out. Which is definitely fine by me. Okay, what was that? Why can't I not swap there? It's fine. Maybe I didn't want to swap. Well, what did they just catch on? Who is this? Okay, that's actually a good catch on their part. Not gonna lie. I was not expecting them to bring in a Marowak right then. This is actually gonna be a little bit dicey now, isn't it? That was a bit of an odd play, but a good play, I guess, by them. I was not expecting that at all. Okay, they shield that. Interesting. I mean, at this point, they're in Brutal Swing range. I think I just win now, right? Because if they farm us all the way down, which is looking like they're going to try to do, I just CMP on the Brutal Swing, then I get to another Sludge Bomb into that Azu, because Azu is so slow. Yeah, we should be fine now. Unless they do the catch on the Azu now, which I don't think they can just yet. Yeah, we just snipe down all the energy here. And Guzzlord is going to be able to outpace the Azu before they get to 2 Ice Beams. They just threw an Ice Beam a second ago, and they swapped out immediately after, so... yeah. We should be very fine here. That's why I think Azu is maybe one of the worst fairies to try to counteract a Guzzlord. It's just so inconsistent. Alright, next battle, we'll see Guzzlord into Shadow Empoleon. Interesting. Don't see a lot of Shadow Empoleon anymore. Normally it's the regular variant we see a lot of. I bet the Shadow Empoleon actually has a pretty good time in the 2 shield, but in the 0 and 1 shield, I bet it's a little bit dicier for them. And if we can whittle this down, and make it so our Fairy type in the backline doesn't have to worry about this, then I'm going to be pretty happy here. Alright. Big Drill Peck. I'll let it go. It's going to hurt quite a bit, though. Yeah, wow. That actually does do a sizable chunk of damage. That's the Shadow Empoleon for you, I guess. One of the reasons to run it, it probably just can farm down Guzzlord after the fact. But they can't farm us down here yet. Okay, good catch, I guess, by them. On a Dunsparce. Wow. Crazy pick. But that's fine. I can go here for the Brutal Swing, because, I mean, I've already thrown that. But I can bring in my Florges now, too. And I think what I'm going to do here is probably go for a Trailblaze. Oh, they got a Sneak. I didn't even see the Rollout Sneak come through on my Guzzlord. What's up with people disrespecting Fighting-type Pokemon today? Can we ask that? Or is that just like, is that a personal question? Is that just too rude to inquire about? I feel like it's insane that we've seen 2 people so far today that weak to fighting types. I mean, I survived this. Empoleon's still around, so gotta keep that in mind. Okay. Interesting play by them. They try to go for, like, a swap-out, fast-move, farm-down, snipe play. But I kind of expected that, so I went for the move here just in case. And I mean, let's go. Okay, beautiful. One of the best Pokemon I could really see in the backline here. Again, not really a fighting-type counter, but that's a team, I suppose. I don't know. What is that team? I guess they like their Gen 4 starters. The Gen 4 starters are kind of cool. Can't really use Infernape, so I guess they chose Dunsparce as their Infernape substitute there. But a 4-1 set to start. 28-40, not too bad with this team. Let's keep it going. Alright, next battle, Guzzlord into Shadow Annihilape. Okay, so someone's going to be feasting on all these teams that we've been seeing here today. I'm going to switch into my Corviknight. I hate safe-swapping Corviknight, but I think I kind of have to here. Okay. Well, I'm glad that I didn't end up going for an instant air cutter into a Licky Licky catch. But Licky Licky is definitely not a great Pokemon to see when I've been chipped down into Shadow Ball, or like double Shadow Ball range. But I guess I land the payback there, which is also pretty nice. I might be able to fight for Switch here, but it's probably going to be a very bait-dependent thing if I try to. So they're instantly at the Shadow Ball, they're drawing now. We'll payback here immediately, just to try to get a shield here guaranteed. Annihilape is a squishy Pokemon, right? So even if I end up with my Guzzlord against it, it's not like I'm unplayable. Wow, they let that go? Interesting. I mean, they might be able to just counter us down with the Annihilape before I get a move off here. Okay, dude. This guy's like... They're playing a really fancy game right now, and I don't know how much it's helping them. But they just said every time I can catch against Axon, I'm going to. Which I guess, good on them. Good on them. You can't fault someone for having fun. But, Florges is gonna be able to resist a lot of the damage that thing's gonna throw. The Annihilape, that is, right? And... I am gonna do a weird play here. I'm just gonna knock this out as quickly as I can. Or, try to. Because at this point, I feel like fast move pressure into the Annihilape is gonna be, about all I really need to win this game. Oh, we actually get a shield there. That's kind of crazy. Interesting. Do I just switch now into my Florges? Or, I'm expecting them to switch. Yeah, okay, nice. This is... Okay. This game's gonna be a little bit scary just because Shadow Annihilape is such an offensive Pokemon here. But, I no-shield the first, I Chilling Water, I shield the second. I think we're gonna be fine because I was able to save my Guzzlord still. But this game is gonna get very close with the fast move pressure because they're already at +2. Luckily, only +1 now. Let's tap the bubbles, make sure we can actually guarantee a shield here, or, a knockout if they let this go. But yeah, they wouldn't let that go. 6. Alright. They're going to probably try to catch here on the Furret, right? Yeah. So just save the energy, farm down here with Guzzlord, or if they do get a Swift off, that's also fine, because then I just farm down with Florges and go for a move. But now I have a move ready on my Guzzlord. Okay, that was I'd be a little bit precise there. They were dancing around a little bit that game, and that Annihilape is actually kind of scary up that much energy, but still able to get the win. Alright, Guzzlord into the Corviknight. I've been in the Corviknight side of this matchup quite a bit, actually. And every time I'm the Corviknight, I feel like the Corviknight does way worse than it should. So hopefully my Guzzlord's going to put in some work here. They obviously can always get a boost if they want to. Oh, that is a massive timing mistake by them. That's a full Dragon Tail sneak for me. Which means at this point, I can actually just straight up outpace him in every shielding scenario. Corviknight normally paces evenly to Guzzlord to these Brutal Swings and Air Cutters. Although the fourth Air Cutter, if you time perfectly, is 1 turn earlier than the Guzzlord's 4th Brutal Swing. So the one shield matchup actually goes in favor of Corviknight. But with that big timing mistake here, that's going to cost him a little bit. It's going to allow my Guzzlord to guarantee to outpace. They get the boost there. Oh, nice catch, I guess. On Thievul, that's fine. Oh, that's actually really fine, isn't it? What if I just, build up some more energy here and come in Florges? I guess I have Play Rough. We have to keep that in mind, but, it's not like Mightyena, where it could go for, a Poison Fang against us. I'm going to shield this up. I know it's not super effective or anything, but I feel like it's a guaranteed Play Rough. Yeah. And at this point, I'm going to go for a Trailblaze here and just basically undercharge it completely. That way, I can ramp up my attack, but I also get a lot of energy out of this matchup, and maybe they get a Night Slash into us, but that's totally fine if they do. It's only a Night Slash, right? Not going to do a lot of damage to us. And now I have probably 7 Fairy Winds coming out of this matchup, plus a boosted Florges. And I got a lot of energy left over on my Guzzlord. Corviknight is not the best answer here to Florges just in general, but especially when I'm boosted, and when I'm going to get a debuff off before they can get an Air Cutter. This is going to be kind of awkward for them. Yeah. I don't know if we got a catch there. I'm going to no-shield in hopes that was a catch, though. I feel like there's a chance it was. They're in Air Cutter range. Oh my goodness. Okay, it wasn't a catch, per se, but they're just in a world of hurt here. I hard wall them with my Corviknight. Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised they're on Iron Head and they didn't play out the zeros just going double Iron Head into my Guzzlord. Yeah, they're just hard walled here. The double Legacy moveset is not ideal for the mirror match. I can just go here for the no shield and farm down. Come out with 100 energy here. I have energy on my Guzzlord. I have energy on my Florges as well. But I am getting chipped down slowly over time. Yeah, I get the perfect farm down. I'm at literally 100 energy here. Okay, is that a Mightyena? Yes, okay. Well, we were talking about how, at least that Thievul wasn't a Mightyena. Well, this trainer decided why not both? But, I mean, with how much energy I have here, they have to start shielding air cutters, and if they don't, they're in farm down range. And if they do, I mean, I have Brutal Swings, I have almost a Trailblaze loaded. They're in a lot of trouble, just in general. Yeah, we're already at another attack here. What are they going to do? Big question. What are they going to say? They do shield that nice. And there's a boost finally, like after 5 air cutters. Yeah, pretty obvious catch by them. So we'll just go here for the payback. Or not. I guess we'll just take the win anyway. Alright, next battle. We'll see Guzzlord into Greninja. Oh my goodness. Wait, that's actually a really good lead. This is the first time I think I've ever won a lead against a Greninja. Oh, and they're staying in? What? I resist everything they're going to throw. Just no-shield this, right? No reason to do anything else here. Hydro will hurt a little bit, because, I mean, it's a really good move from a really offensive Pokemon. Okay, we'll go for the Sludge Bomb here. There's a good chance we see a shield, but at this point, if they're staying in, I feel like I want to guarantee to get something out of this Pokemon. Oh, well, okay, they actually survived that. I don't love shielding this. I was hoping that would just knock him out, but it's fine. I would rather keep a Guzzlord healthy if they're going to stay in this matchup than anything else. Oh, you know, honestly, as far as fairies go, I'm so fine seeing this. They're at 5, so they have an Ice Beam right now, but Sludge Bomb is going to hurt. So, we'll see what they want to do. Yeah, they do let that go. I'm going to go here for a catch on what could be a Play Rough, but what's almost certainly just an Ice Beam anyway. Unless they're not running Ice Beam. Ah, they are. So they're at 1. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. That is not ideal at all. Oh my goodness. Wow, I think I lose the game on this spot, actually. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna lose to a Greninja lead. They no-shield that. Yeah, that's so bad. That is so bad. I can't believe it. The full farm down. The full farm down is so bad. Oh, they shield that. Interesting. I don't think it matters. Oh, I don't even have a Sludge Bomb. That's a huge misplay by me. I should have gone for the Brutal Swing. Yeah, they got me. They got me, I guess. What a weird team. What a weird team. I needed to, I guess I needed to safe swap my Florges there that game. I don't know how I should have been team reading that one. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I was ever expecting a Talonflame Greninja core. Alright, next game. We gotta not lose to the ABA weak to Guzzlord lineups. Okay, is this on Fury Cutter? That could actually be kind of bad. Of course it is. Okay. Well, let's hope for no Talonflame in the back. Sacred Sword or Night Slash, right? This thing is so squishy, though, that, like, maybe if I get a lot of energy on my, my Guzzlord, there's a chance here I can still have a lot of play this game. A Goodra comes in. This game is very unconventional so far. They would be feasting against that last trainer, though. They would probably be in a pretty good spot against that last team. They no-shield that, which is a smart play, honestly. I really wish I could switch here. If I could switch here, I'd be so happy, but no. Yeah, they get the full farm down, and honestly, the farm down's not that bad for us. Because it's not like Goodra has any charge attack pressure into my Guzzlord, and Brutal Swings will do quite a bit to that Cartana. But I wish I could have got a shield advantage going into this, or saved an air cutter, or something like that. Let's see what they do. I mean, might as well Brutal Swing, right? See how much damage it might be able to do. It's not like my... Well, actually, dude, my Florges is also hard-walled by this. This is actually a huge core breaker now that I'm thinking about it. Although, it's not like it's core breaking much with how squishy it is. Alright, either we get the second shield here, or maybe a knockout. Okay, they're double shielding the Cartana. Fairy Winds are doing a sizable amount of damage. I'll admit that much. But yeah, the Leaf Blade would hurt quite a bit too, so we'll make sure to shield that up. I have the Chilling Water. They catch on Ludicolo. You gotta be... You actually have to be joking me. That might be the worst thing that could have happened there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, If they didn't catch on Ludicolo, I would have been a lot happier here. That does a lot of damage, though. 7. They're at back-to-back Weather Balls right now. I'm going to let this go. We'll see how this plays out. Yeah, they do Weather Ball this, actually. And they instantly Weather Ball again. I'm going to let this go. I think my win con here is to be able to... they can just switch! No! I needed to be able to get at least one... I needed one Dragon Tail of energy there. Dude, I just lost to a Cartana. Alright, next battle. We'll see Guzzlord into Shadow Talonflame. There we go. There we go. They're Cartana hunting. They are Cartana hunting right now, which is fair, I suppose. Oh my goodness, a Rockwanid? Interesting Pokemon. I do have a soft spot for a Rockwanid, but I'll be honest, I don't feel like it's the best save swap in the game. That's going to be a little bit of a risky play by them. We'll see if we get some boosts off of this, but no boost on the first one. And I guess maybe they're running Water Pulse too, but it doesn't even matter if they're on Water Pulse. It's not going to do that much to us. Yeah, okay. Bubble Beam, that's going to be, like, annoying, but we should be fine here. And I have a bit of a conundrum, one might say. What do I want to do? How do I want to deal with this Araquanid and then the Talonflame after the fact? Oh, they let me get a second move off? Oh, they catch on Talon. Why? Why did they do that? Wait, that's actually just so good for me. I was going to say, like, they're probably just going to let their Araquanid go down and make it so their Talonflame farms down my Corviknight, but they don't choose to do that. Instead, they opt to just sacrifice their Talonflame completely. That feels like a really bad play. I mean, I know a Rockwanid's going to be able to put in some work here against my Guzzlord, but they're so low at this point that I think my Brutal Swing spam's going to be pretty annoying for them. Plus, I can go for, like... that was probably a bit too much of a charge up here. Yeah, that's fine. But I have the back-to-back Brutal Swings already. And we're assuming they're on Bug Buzz, right? If they are on Bug Buzz, then that's a lot of energy they have to throw to knock us out. If they're not on Bug Buzz, then we know they can't even one-shot us. I'm going to shield this. They actually CMP'd us for some reason. Big Bug Buzz. I should be able to Dragon Tail down. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, they got the debuff into us, but also it's a Corsola in the back line, which is pretty good for us, I'd have to say. We'll go for the Brutal Swing, and we'll go for another one here. Honestly, at this point, I'm just going to sacrifice my Guzzlord. I could switch out if I wanted to, but I feel like at this point, it's probably just worth it to let this go down. I can pay back this if I need to. And I have Chilling Waters and stuff as well. Alright. They'll go here for what is almost certainly a Power Gem. Yeah. But I can bring in my Florges into this. Florges normally is not amazing into Corsola, but the problem for them is it doesn't need to be. It just needs to be good enough at not dying instantly. That way I still have my Corviknight. That can be very hard to take down. Yeah, nice. Okay. Well, that was a much more by-the-book game. No Cartana shenanigans. And I guess that's all it takes sometimes to win. And that's a 3-2, you know? I feel like I kind of got cheesed out of a win or two here this set. I feel like I could have probably won at least one or two of those games that I lost. But that's fine. We'll just have the fun here in the Go Battle League that we're having. This team was pretty solid to use today. I had some silly losses, I'm not gonna lie. Probably some preventable losses, but, you know, who doesn't get some of those sometimes? Just don't run into Cartana lead. You're probably gonna be pretty set with this team. It's a pretty solid lineup and a lot of fun to use. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.